But her Pisces intuition was like, I don't know. I feel like the switch up was crazy though. Like, are you just doing that to like play me? Like, she knew, as most Piscean women know. So this is what I have to say. If you are a Pisces, why do you ever get played? Like, actually, genuinely, I need to know. If you're a Pisces, why do you ever get played? I just don't understand how it's possible. What's good, you guys? How is it going? I am obviously filming in a whole new spot. It's not far from my last spot. Really, it's across the room. But for some reason, I was just, call it eclipse season, call it, my Saturn return and those final degrees of Pisces. It just won't let us go. The energy of that making me want to change shit up. But I just needed a break from the couch. And I think what I really needed a break with, I don't think it was the yellow couch. It's the green screen. And I love me a green screen. It's so fun finding like new backgrounds. Like the energy is really what you want it to be when you have a green screen, when you film, But if you didn't know, in San Francisco, our summertime is actually a different time than everyone else's. We have summer from genuinely September to like the first week of November. Like we have that Indian summer, genuinely. So like we're always excited. And it's crazy for me because as a Scorpio, it's just crazy because my birthday's usually in the fall. It's cold. But living in San Francisco, my birthday's in summer. I'm still very much a fall lover. Autumn is my favorite season, and it will be till I die. Name a cozier freaking season than autumn. Like, actually, like every season, and people who love those seasons, they have good reasons why they love those seasons. That's like, why is that a tongue twister? But for us autumn girlies and boys, autumn is the shit because autumn is the cozy season. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. People that love summer, they're about that energy. They want to be outside, and I love that. I have good days in the summer. I have more good days during autumn, the cozy vibes. So if you're listening, now's the time to make your case and let me know, what is your zodiac sign? What's your favorite season and why? Why is your season the supreme season? I want to know, genuinely. So when it is end of September, like we are right now, and we're getting more sunny days in San Francisco, all I want to do is enjoy the sun. Even literally just being cooped up in my house like the vampire that I am. This vampire loves the sun. Like, I just love seeing the sun. And I have a lot of colors in my room. And when the sun is like hitting all these colors, like it's just a joyous, wonderful place to be. The happiest place on earth. Genuinely, that's how I feel about where I live. Because it could make me really emotional right now, and I'm not going to let it. I'm not going to let it because it's Libra season and we're just all about the good vibes. But yeah, no one talks about how good it feels to have your own space when you grew up in such a, I don't know, when your family dynamic was very chaotic, when you grew up with a big family. And maybe, you guys were definitely not upper class. You shared your space. Energy was everywhere because it's a big family. So when you are able to have your own space, no matter how big or small it is, because I'm not saying I have the biggest space in San Francisco. Hell no, I don't. But it's my space and it's in one of my favorite neighborhoods. Like, I feel so blessed and I'm just so grateful for it, So if you have a chance to, and if you are watching and you are there, you have a place that you're living in and it's yours, or you're sharing it with someone. Either way, you feel safe in it. You feel proud of it. You're cozy in it. Like, that's a win. That's a win that I think a lot of us easily forget. And I don't think we should, because it's something to be so grateful for. Coming back to a place that has your energy waiting for you because it's yours. And when you get there, you could just be. You could just be. Because there are plenty of people that, it's sad, but it's true, they live with people, whether it's their wife or their family or their friends or whatever it may be, roommates, and they have to live there. They don't like those people. But to you, you don't know that, right? They're like, oh my God, they have a family. Like, oh my God, they have the perfect family and like what or whatever, right? but really you don't know what goes on behind closed doors, you know? So if you have a place, which is good enough by itself, but then you're able to remain peaceful while you're at that place, the place that you live, I think that is a blessing that a lot of us take for granted. And I never am that person. Yeah. One thing I'm always grateful for is having a safe home. It's just such a beautiful thing. Because if you're able to feel safe, that's when the magic of life starts, you know? Like when you feel at your safest, that's when you can finally think about your creativity, right? Because you feel safe enough to follow through with your heart. Your heart chakra opens when you feel safe, you know? And that's where the magic lies, you know? And I think a lot of us, it's really hard to obviously heal yourself, heal your traumas, heal your nervous system, to finally reach a point where you feel somewhat safe. And when you feel safe, I just genuinely think that's when life gets better and better and better, because you're just more open and honest with people because you feel safe, and you're able to put your craft out for the world, you know, whatever your craft may be, whether it's through words or art or cooking or, you know what I mean, whatever it may be, whatever is your thing. When you feel safe, you're able to share that with the world. And when you share that with the world, that's when your purpose starts taking over. And that's when you start feeling the most fulfilled, because you can have all the expensive things in the world. You can be the most famous. How many times do we hear it about these people that got famous at a young age? They thought it was going to make them happy, and then it didn't. And then they put too much pressure on it, on their success. And now they're depressed. They wanted to, you know what I mean? So really, really, really be grateful. Be grateful for everything that you have and the safety that you have. You know, feeling safe is such an underrated emotion, you know, feeling, you know, and I think there's like the obvious versions of feeling safe, which is like you're not around strangers, and you know what I mean? Like you're feeling good, like, you know, but there's like literal people that maybe they don't know, or they do know, but they're around people that are negative and toxic. Some people don't know that they are yet. Maybe they'll learn later. And there's people that are you know, have to live with these people that make them feel unsafe. They don't have the option to leave yet. You know, the other person holds too much power, whether it's financially or emotionally, you know what I mean? Manipulation. Like, sure, they have a place to be, but they're not safe in that place, you know? So be very grateful if you have a place where you feel safe, or if you are around people that make you feel safe, because so many people are trying to experience that, you know? And it should never be taken for granted, in my opinion. Oh my God. Okay. I know I'm always like, I'm not going to talk about Love Island. I don't even know. Do I even tell you guys that? I feel like I tell myself that. I don't think I've ever said that here, because I know I talk about Love Island a lot. And I am constantly, by the way, she's sipping some Pinot Grigio. And it's just lovely. I'm sorry. It's lovely. The sun is shining. It's a 70-degree day in San Francisco. It's sunny. The plants outside look extra crispy, and I just love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, Love Island. So I'm like, oh my God, no, don't talk about Love Island. Like, they don't care. And I'm constantly going back and forth between, they don't care, why are you doing this, to, this is my expression of creativity. This is my channel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just not give you guys what you want all the time, but I feel like the basis of this entire thing is, who am I? What do I want to talk about? And ultimately, the thing that I feel the most passionate talking about will probably be the thing that entices people, you guys, the most, because you'll feel my passion, right? You'll know if I'm sitting here, I'm like, because I don't hide it. You'll know if I'm passionate when I'm talking. And I want to be passionate about like 99 to 100% of the things I'm talking about. Because it's like, as a Scorpio, why am I doing anything and talking about anything that I'm not passionate about? Like, ew. I'd rather be taking a nap, or like thinking about life. Like, what is life? Then, you know what I mean? Than just talking about over the surface shit. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, so Love Island. I'm just going to sprinkle some shit in here because I think you guys are going to enjoy it, okay? Because I'm going to tie it to astrology, okay? So, the latest episode of Love Island, basically, this is what happened. There is this Aries man, his name is Tyreek, and there is this Pisces woman named Justine. So this is Love Island Games. And in Love Island Games, they bring contestants from old seasons of Love Island, but not just Love Island USA. They bring it from Love Island UK, obvi, Love Island Australia, obvi, Love Island Spain, Love Island, I don't, there's so many. You know what I mean? But mostly USA and UK peeps, and then sprinkles of other ones, right? Okay, so Tyreek is from the UK. Justine is from USA. Let me give you guys just a little backstory. I'll make it quick as a Gemini moon, just so you know what we're working with. Tyreek, in his season of UK, he was known to be a menace. But because he's the Aries, it's not like he was like hiding that he's a menace. Like, he's like a menace and proud. He's not one of those guys that's like, I'm a good guy, and he's like a piece of shit. Or like the kind of guy that's just a player and is like sleazy with it. Like, no, like Tyreek will, like, he openly told his girl in his original season of UK, the girl that he was like with, you know what I mean? He looked at her dead in the face and said, I missed the game. It baffles me, you guys. It made me giggle because I'm like, holy shit. It's like, can you even be mad at him? Because he told you to your face. But like, also, how disrespectful can you be? Like, that's something that you should probably tell, like, I don't know, your boys, your friend. Like why are you telling her this? Like, are you trying to hurt me? But also, like, damn, it's because them Aries people, they're too honest for their own good. But also, I'd rather have an ugly truth than a pretty lie. I don't know. Maybe it's the everything in me. Honestly, I was going to say the Scorpio in me, the Capricorn. No, it's everything in me. Every part of me has always wanted the ugly truth rather than the pretty lie. Because at least with the truth, I can finally realize, you know, be slapped in the face with the truth, the honesty. And if it hurts, I'll fucking find a way to deal with it. But at least I know. I don't want to be living in a delusional world where people have told me all these pretty lies and then suddenly everything just starts being shown in the way that it actually is. Well, my delusions are, you know, the balloons are popping and I'm seeing it for what it is. It's just going to slowly break my heart every time I look around the room and everything that I thought was the truth is actually a pretty lie. Like, I'm going to feel there's more anxiety in that. And also, I think when that happens, you make yourself weak. You know, you make yourself weak because you're like, yeah, I'm down. Like, sometimes I feel like people know the truth. Like, the fastest example I can use is like women that like someone tells them, yo, your man is cheating on you. And there's like, the proof is solid. It's not just like a random. And she's like, no, he wouldn't do that to me. No, like, it's an app that you use to like, you know, they find every reason for him, even though he's the one that cheated. But like, they become their lawyer, the lawyer of the man that cheated on them, you know? And I hate that because you're so weak, you know what I mean? That like you want the pretty lie that this isn't true, even though all the facts are telling you that it is, right? So yeah, I'd much rather know an ugly truth because then I can deal with it instead of it coming back to haunt me later. You guys let me know how you feel, like, and let me know your signs because I genuinely think some people, yeah, do want the pretty. What is it? Yeah, they want the pretty lie. They want the pretty lie. I was getting confused there. Yeah. Damn, that was kind of like a long side quest, no? Like, that was a long one. Didn't I say it was going to be quick? I lied. Okay, so that's Tyreek. He was, yeah, always a menace, but openly a menace. And, like, he just has swag. You know what I mean? Like, he knows the game. Clearly why he was like, I missed the game. And, like, he knows he's pretty. He knows he's handsome. So he moves like it, you know? He moves like a player, but like openly, not trying to like be the nice guy. And we have Justine. Justine won Love Island USA Season 2. She won the first season of Love Island. And the story with Justine is she's, first of all, a badass, right? A beautiful badass. And these men that she's been with in the past seasons have all somehow fucked with her. Like, I think the first one had a girlfriend at some point. The second one, I really don't know what happened between her and Jack, but clearly didn't work out. So she has a lot of trust issues. And like I said, she's a Pisces, you know, and she clearly dominates the game, like social game. And also I think she's really physically fit. You know, Justine comes here and her whole thing is like, I'm here for the money because it's Love Island Games. Basically, the couple that makes it to the end wins $250,000, you know, so it's not just Love Island. So it's like the whole thing is like, are you here for love or games? And You know, it's messy because some people can be really feeling someone and they see that they flop during the challenge. I'll post a video here of someone flopping.
You want to challenge
immensely.
me? I'm ready, baby. So bring it.
Of television I've ever seen. And then it's like, oh, I was really feeling you, but because you flopped so hard at the challenge, now I have the ick. Because how the hell am I supposed to carry you to the final? We have $250,000 on the line, you know? So people are playing strategically in that sense too. So, you know, Justine is a competitor. She knows that. So Justine and Ty are in the same house. Ty is like feeling Justine. Like, obviously she's beautiful, so he's feeling her, but then he also sees that, you know, she can be strategic. So he's trying to get with her, or like, you know, but he's also talking to like 3 other girls. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how he's been moving so far. So Justine is like not taking him seriously. She's just like he's cute, but I know your type. Like, you know, I think she has a really good intuition when she listens to it, because she's a Pisces. So she's actually dead on a lot of the times. But she's just like not giving him anything, because she's like, she gives him a little bit, but she's like, I don't trust you. Like you're talking to everyone, so how do I know if what you mean is, you know, what you say, right? If what you say is what you mean. And he's still putting it on thick and is like, listen, like, I know I be playing around, but I am here for strategy too. She's like, oh, really? So she like kind of started taking more seriously, because she confirmed that like he can actually think strategy too. So that made her trust him a little bit more, you know, because she thought he was cute, obviously, but she just didn't know if he was just here to mess around. And she's taking this shit seriously, right? Which is funny, because it's like he's the Aries and she's the Pisces. I feel like I need to see their whole charts. Anyway, so then some shit went down. There was a recoupling, and basically you had to write the name of the person that you want to recouple with on a piece of paper. If that same person says your name too, perfect, you guys couple together. If they say someone else's name, you guys go sit in a singles area. Tyreek picks Justine, because like, you know, he's been putting it on. He really is feeling her. He thinks he can win with her too, so it's like a plus. But yeah, he has been moving kind of crazy in the house. But and then Justine picks someone else, and the person that Justine picks, he goes with his old girl that he's been there in the house with and has been feeling. And that's a whole nother thing, where there was like miscommunication between him and Justine was like, you didn't tell me straight up that you were going to go somewhere else. And he was like, well, I just felt like I kept it honest with you. But like, I think he didn't do the best at saying, no, I'm definitely going with the other girl. But low-key, that's what they all do in Love Island. They like always give like these elusive answers about where they're going that can be like, I don't know, misinterpreted. But Justine, I get it, girl. I get it. So Tyreek sees that Justine doesn't pick him, and he just gets pissed. He gets pissed. It's like he starts crashing out. And she's just like, really? But like, for real, like really? Because when she had to come and sit in the singles bench, she sat right next to him and he moved away. You know, his Aries ass, his ego was bruised. He moves away and she's like, for real? And he's like crashing out. So that night, Tyreek is sitting with his homie, Toby, and he's like, he's like venting to his boy, right? About this shit. He's like, Justine got me so fucked up, like, with his little accent. And he's like plotting and he's scheming. He's literally giving Aries to the core. He's plotting and he's scheming. He's like, how can I win? I lost that battle. I need to win this war. That's how Tyreek is thinking, like, for real. His ego is deeply bruised. So he's like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make her think that we're back on this lovey-dovey shit. And then just when she least expects it, when there's a bombshell that comes in, I'm going to drop her, bro. We were all just watching this shit like, oh my God. Toby was sitting there like, oh my God. And listen, Tyreek was, he was not holding back. And he's like, or, you know, I could be the nice guy. Or I could, you know, finally let my frontal lobe develop. It's like, Jesus, what's going to happen? Well, the next episode happened, and it was time for them to pick if they want to meet a new bombshell or stick with their couple. Justine, since that last, you know, time where he felt played, the next day, I guess he went with plan A. He started putting on thick and telling her she looks so fine. And she does. I know he's very much attracted to her and wants her. His ego is just bruised. He's putting it on thick, and she's like giving him a kiss, and they're, you know, being flirty, and the banter is good. So she's feeling safe. So when it's time for them to pick if they want to stay together or be with a new bombshell that they haven't seen yet, Justine's like, you know, he's been putting in the work, and I think this thing can really go somewhere. She's all giddy, sweet little Pisces. She picks him. Then it's Tyreek's turn. He's like, listen, I had to go with my head. I didn't know how this was going to go, because before I couldn't trust her because she didn't pick him. So he did exactly what he was going to do. He fucking picked the fucking new bombshell. And Justine was just like, what the hell? What the hell? And the craziest part is when he was mad after she didn't pick him the first time, and he was mad for that night, the next day after he, made that plan, he was like, you know what? I think I'm going to forgive you. You know what I mean? Like, we're already together. Might as well get to know each other. And Justine's like going to him, but her Pisces intuition was like, I don't know. I feel like the switch up was crazy though. Like, are you just doing that to like play me? Like, she knew, as most Piscean women know. So this is what I have to say. If you are a Pisces, why do you ever get played? Like, actually, genuinely, I need to know. If you're a Pisces, why do you ever get played? I just don't understand how it's possible. You guys' intuition is crack. Like, you guys' intuition, I'm not sure how they don't have you. I mean, I don't want to give them ideas. Like, you know how there's all these, like, shows and movies? The recent one I watched is called The Institute, and it's all about, like, people with powerful minds. There needs to be a movie about people that are just stealing Pisces people and putting them in the lab so they can do tests on their intuition. Don't get me wrong, every water sign has amazing intuition, but that Pisces intuition, there's just something about it. There's just something otherworldly about it. You know what I mean? With Pisces, I think it's because also you guys are ruled by Neptune. You know what I mean? Like, the illusions that most people show, right? That are just the kind of blocks that they put upon themselves. Some are better at doing it than others, and some people do it deliberately to confuse you. Pisces can see through all of that. And that's where your intuition and your power comes from, Pisces, is that. So if you're a Pisces and you are still allowing people to walk all over you, or you're still blindsided, I do not believe that you're blindsided. There's no way. Your intuition has been telling you, you just didn't listen, or maybe you were choosing to believe in love and friendship more than what your intuition was telling you, which is okay. It happens to the best of us. But truly, Pisces, you know people's intentions. Even if it's painful, just like we talked about, even if it's an ugly truth, you need to be willing and ready to handle it. Because yes, the pretty lies can live on, but you're going to feel dumb when that thing that your intuition was telling you about happens. And you have this moment of like, I knew this would happen, but I just chose not to listen to it. And you're going to regret that deeply. So I don't want you to regret that. And if you're a water sign, stop not listening to your intuition. Your intuition is what makes you you. You're going to feel like, a lot of times your intuition is going to steer you towards things that are uncomfortable and not bad uncomfortable, it's different. Because the things that are comfortable, your intuition is telling you no. And you just can't see why it's a no. And that's the point of an intuition and having a strong relationship with your intuition, is that even if in reality, it's like, it's perfect and your intuition tells you no, you still need to be following your intuition because your intuition knows best. So it's not going to make sense in your, in your 3D reality, 5D reality. What number reality are we on? You guys know what I mean? But then when it happens later, you're like, oh my God, my intuition was telling me. And the more you listen to it, the stronger it becomes. All right, you guys, that is the end of this video. I know this was a shorty, but listen, I don't even want to lie. I feel like it's going to die soon. It's literally going to probably die soon. This week was intense. That Pluto-Mars square transit, I think everyone had the worst day of their life this past week. No, everyone I know has, and I know I sure had. I had many crash outs. This week was intense, and I wanted to film, but I just was not feeling good. Like, my energy was dark and bad, and I was like, I can't give them this. But today, the moon finally is in Sagittarius. I was feeling good. The sun is out, so I wanted to give you guys something because I was feeling good. And I thought you guys deserved that. And I wanted to do it because it makes me feel good. So I'm sorry that it's shorter, but I love you. Thank you for kicking it with me. I'm never going to abandon you. The consistency will always be there, okay? Days may be different. Duration may be different. But consistently, I am here with you and I want to be here with you. So thank you for kicking it with me. Always comment down below. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next week.